During a recent super high stakes session, Andy Stacks relentlessly value bet another opponent. He earned over $59,000 in light calls. To the untrained eye, these seemed like gifts.
Peter just does not believe Andy Stacks. Peter has made some big laydowns against other players, but he will not fold anything to Andy Stacks.
How did he recognize he could value bet so thin? As I was pondering, I was reminded of how I first recognized this against players I came across. Nearly 10 years ago, I tried to bluff a woman at the 1-2 table. It didn't work, so I tried again. What's that phrase? If at first you don't succeed, try again. Fast forward a few years and we are both playing 2-5 in the same room. My approach had shifted from she can't have it every time to do not bluff this woman under any circumstance. She remembered when I tried to win every pot. I guess a first impression is a lasting impression.
Phrasing?
She never forgot, and neither did I, which allowed me to practice the thinnest of thin value bets going forward. If you want to recognize who in your player pool just doesn't believe you, then stick around, because I'm going to highlight 3 hands that will help you identify who the skeptical players are so you can practice thin value bets of your own.
Keep one chip behind.
Yeah, I think Jeffrey needs to work on his all-ins, right? Get better at being all-in.
I ain't trying to play with
Andy with the Cowboys.
Andy's tough.
He's too tough.
Peter's going to call him.
Peter limps to start the hand, and Andy wastes no time building the pot. You're in position versus a limp. This board shouldn't be too scary. You might be tempted to check back and trap, but this player entered the pot with a limp. Charge him, which Andy obliges.
I'm only playing if you play.
I was playing with John.
Oh, yeah?
I was playing with him.
How was it? He was like super short. Yeah, he didn't do much. Where's Raymond?
Peter going to float here?
Or is he back in China? Oh, he's in Vegas.
Yeah, a little float here.
He was fun.
Not much going on for him.
We were always like,
He's picked up a wheel draw now.
we were just saying the dumbest stuff.
Switch turn.
Yeah, Raymond's a good guy. Down with whatever.
So on this turn, you can likely get some value from some rag ace-x with a spade. That could pick up a wheel draw. Andy goes for 2/3 on the turn, which really he's in value mode right now, not trying to play tricky. So the turns where a lot of recreational players will reveal the strength of their hand. Andy's bet size isn't going to make this guy think that a random bluff would work. If Andy starts facing aggression, he'll probably know where he's at.
Peter, maybe in a gambling mood today. I think that's no question about that. Peter putting on a little bit of a show. I'm here for it.
Check.
I don't think it is.
A few moments later. Two hours later.
We can put yellow blue.
Yeah, you got 5.
Can I?
And Peter makes the call.
Okay. Hi.
So we might be tempted to bomb it here if we're taking the no fear route. Times like this, when we are actually getting trapped, we get owned, and we tend to fold out the hands that would consider a bluff catching if you go super big. Andy wants a call, and he knows, he pretty much knows where he's at. So he chooses a size that gets called by, he got called by ace high.
Wow.
10吗？A 黑炸鸡。
A 黑炸鸡啊。
我
I feel like you said he called with ace high. Is that right?
Yeah.
Really?
How'd you guess?
I don't know. Something.
So Andy learns that he was heroed with ace high within the first hour of the show. It's interesting, this hand happened within the first hour, so Andy's wheels could be turning already. That, wow, this guy doesn't believe me. He just called me down with ace high. So this isn't a fantastic hand to defend, but we're on TV and we have position. The bet size isn't huge. Most importantly, we think we're up against a skeptical player. If we make our hand, we'll probably get paid.
哎呦 ，Andy 来了，来吧，来吧。3000。
That's a favorable flop. Keep it moving.
How many do you are right now?
33. 切开。我先。5,000.
So it's an interesting turn action, as I can't speak, as Peter appears to reach for chips before the camera pans away and he checks. So it goes straight to sashimi and it looks like they're having a conversation, but Andy's gonna bet. Peter calls, and before we see a river, we can catch Peter kind of like massaging his 1K chips, kind of like this, you know, like almost like he's protecting them.
Wait.
Check. Check. 13,000.
Okay, so Andy must have been zoned into sizing here because Peter starts the hand betting about half pot and Andy sticks with that on the turn and the river. So this time there's no flush draw that bricked. It's kind of easy to identify the sizing here. This is rarely a bluff size. It doesn't have a lot of fold equity. Think about this in your game. How often does somebody take this bet and it's a bluff and it works? This is usually like a call me bet, like a straight value bet.
Chop, call chop. Call chop.
I think it's huge.
Ah, okay.
I'll toss it.
啪，走。我有，我不掏你。
Oh. Hot chop in you.
What did Henry do to you? Fuck.
I had a gut shot with 2 overs, man. What do you want?
I think it's a good game.
That's a good gamble.
24.
I was ready to gamble. I knew if I hit an 8 or a king, I knew what I needed. And there were a lot of cards that helped me.
So ace king wasn't a good gamble. All right, I got you. That makes sense.
That's 50-50, yeah.
Now Andy faces some resistance. He's got a fun player in between with an okay hand against the skeptic. Here is where the exploits are easiest to visualize. There's no crazy sizing. It's pretty good from Peter. He's actually getting the best of it now because Andy might 4-bet or fold this type of hand, not closing the action against a different type of opponent.
Well, I got fold equity. You got to add in the fold equity. Somebody's going to call me. What are you going to do? Call me with nothing? You'll call me with a 5? I was ahead on whatever everybody had.
Andy with top and bottom pair here. Peter with queens.
I guess I'll have to.
I felt that.
I think the only way for you to make that play is you misread my stack.
Dude, I don't know.
3,400.
I got
Oh, sick. That was a good hand.
No, I had the straight draw. Straight draw was good, right? If I made the straight, I'm good.
If you make the straight, you're
Oh,
obviously
sorry,
good.
both cards. If I made the straight, I'm good. If I make a 10, I might need a different, yeah. I had outs. Semi-bluff.
Check.
What'd you have?
Pair.
Yeah, you can't call.
Non-pair.
You can, he'd call. He'd call in a second. He's snap call. He's a snap caller.
$9,500.
Again, until proven otherwise, Andy bets for value with the cube.
But I get out of line. So yeah, if you got the last you would have folded.
Cool. 这次有牌。
Ah, Peter does pay him off.
These 3 value bet spots will help you identify skeptics in your game and how to punish them. if you want to see how Andy was able to lose his way to a 100K score, click here.